Welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. We would really appreciate if you could give us a 5-star rating and leave a glowing review in the app where you are listening to this podcast. It will help us to spread the truth about the war in Ukraine among the wider audience. My name is Artem, and here is the news. For 206 days, Ukraine defends itself against the forces of the Russian invasion. On Saturday, investigators exhumed 59 bodies from a mass burial in recently liberated Izyum, Kharkiv region, reports Ukrainska Pravda. According to the head of Kharkiv Regional Military Administration, Oleg Sinyagubov, among them are the bodies of 16 civilian men and 26 women, 17 military personnel. He stressed that most of them have traces of violent deaths. One of the bodies discovered the day before still had a blue-yellow bracelet on the hand in the colors of the Ukrainian flag. In response, Ukrainians started a flash mob on social media, sharing their photos with the same bracelets. They say that Russians kill people for simply being Ukrainian and that in this person's place could be anyone. All over the world, leaders expressed their shock about what happened in the occupied Izyum and their support for Ukraine and calling for justice. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Lithuania, Gabrielius Landsbergis, reacted to their words by saying that it is necessary to respond not with words but with actions, reports European Pravda. He called on the countries of the world to urgently give Ukraine tanks. In his evening video address, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky said that more than 10 torture chambers have already been found in the liberated areas of Kharkiv region in various cities and towns. For example, one was found at the railway station. The room there was equipped for torture, including with tools for electric torture. The president reminded that that's exactly what Nazis did. He promised that Ukraine will identify all those who tortured, who abused, who brought this atrocity from Russia to Ukrainian land. In an interview with Reuters, Volodymyr Zelensky said that there is no other way for Ukraine except to deoccupy all of its territory, reports Ukrainska Pravda. He added that in the case of Crimea, it may happen that the territory will be returned by diplomatic means. The president emphasized that Ukraine will be able to live peacefully when it regains all its land. In the same interview with Reuters, Volodymyr Zelensky said that Russians have more Ukrainian prisoners of war than Ukraine has Russian. He said that during the counter-offensive in the Kharkiv region, the Ukrainian military captured hundreds of invaders, seriously replenishing the exchange fund. The General Staff of Ukraine informs that the enemy launched 6 missile and 28 airstrikes, fired more than 90 rocket-propelled grenades at military and civilian targets on the territory of Ukraine in just the last 24 hours, reports Union. The Russian troops forced residents of the occupied areas of Kherson region near Chongar to participate in the fortification of their possessions. Greece to hand over 40 Soviet infantry fighting vehicles BMP-1 to Ukraine, reports Interfax Ukraine. The Greek Ministry of Defense confirmed previous media reports that Germany agreed to transfer 40 modern Marder armored vehicles to replace the ones that will be given to Ukraine. Ukraine received $1.5 billion as a grant from the US via the World Bank Trust Fund, reports RBK Ukraine. Prime Minister of Ukraine Denis Shmyhal said that the funds will be used for budget expenditures, for pension payments and social assistance programs. The PM thanked US President Joe Biden for supporting Ukraine. We would really appreciate if you could support us on our Patreon. Even $5 a month will help us to continue our work and present to you the latest news from Ukraine. As a token of our gratitude for your support, you will get access to a series of exclusive episodes on wartime life in Ukraine. From this series, you will learn how ordinary Ukrainians live in times of invasion, what they eat, how they travel, celebrate, what music they listen to, and much more. To subscribe to our Patreon, follow the link in the description to this episode. Thank you. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.